And good evening, dear friends. Thank you so much for joining us. It's so wonderful to have you with us. My apologies for our delay. We had some technical issues, always the case with our online shows, but we are indeed here, and we are coming to you 100% live. My name is Nicholas Vaselli. I'm the artistic director of Theater Breaking Through Barriers, and on behalf of all of us, our entire company of artists and technicians and administrators and our board of directors, I cordially welcome you all to Theater Breaking Through Barriers fourth Hybrid Playmakers Intensive, or HPI4, Transcendence Approaching. Um, this has been so far quite an extraordinary intensive. I know that when we came up with this prompt, this subject line, I knew that we were going to get some really incredible and exciting plays out of it. And if you were lucky enough to join us since Monday, we started this, we've had a host of wonderful shows. So you can certainly go back and watch them. They are certainly available on our stream, on our YouTube channel, as well as our Facebook page. They will shortly be available on our website as well. But we're going to be doing this through the end of the week. And then, of course, we finish on Sunday with a live in-person performance, which will be simulcast as well. Tonight, we have a really extraordinary play by a really extraordinary playwright. His name is Enrique Huili. Now, Enrique has worked with us for a while now. And when he first started working with us, he came in as a writer, but he's an incredible actor as well. He's just I'm always kind of blown away when I get to meet somebody who just right out of the box has all these wonderful skills, and he is one of them. He wrote this really exciting play, which really, uh, following our theme and is very true to form, wrote a wonderful play called Rebellion. The play is directed by the amazing AhDream Smith. Again, AhDream had been working with us for a few years, started working with us during the pandemic when she was still a student, and now she's here in New York. We got her, and she's a wonderful actor, incredible actor, and a wonderful director. You get all these, triple and quadruple threats. It's just exciting, and we have a really amazing cast. We have the incomparable Jack Sims and the amazing and wonderful Anne-Marie Morelli. So I don't want to say any more. I just want you to luxuriate, sit back, relax, dear friends, and enjoy the world premiere of Enrique Huili's Rebellion.
Hi, I'm Jack Sims. I'll be playing Troy. I'm uh, I'm balding. I have very close cropped hair. Have a white beard. It's fairly close cropped too. I'm wearing a black sweater, and in the first scene, I'll be wearing a jacket, a sports jacket. In the scenes when we are hiking, I'll be wearing a green toboggan.
Hi, I'm Anne-Marie Morelli. I have dark eyes and dark short hair. I'm wearing a black turtleneck. I'll be playing a woman and also God, because of course I will. When I'm a woman, I'll be wearing a red and black scarf. When I am God, I will always be wearing sunglasses.
Hi, my name is AhDream Smith. I'll be directing this production. When the characters are solo, they are in ethereal alternate realities. And when they're together, they're on a hiking trail in a beautiful, multicolored autumn forest. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Each of the lights were on. Red, yellow, green, all of them lit up as the swaying traffic light burned. I could feel its warmth standing underneath it. The night was cold and each street was empty. A few shattered glasses and only fire and distant lights lit up our view. And I thought, no way. No way can I be here alone. Where are the people? Where are the cars? How am I able to stand here with a jacket and no one is here? Not one person, no cars. What is this? Hello? I know. Not to panic, just be here. I mean, why? Why these little fires?
You know what nobody knows? Well, I mean, I find it crazy myself too, by the way. It's impossible to know where we came from before ourselves. But because of textbooks, universities, education, that can all seem like a lot. And then flat out cut, parents cut, mothers cut, fathers cut, uncles cut, aunts cut. We don't consider it a danger. We're just thankful that we have our resources. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but what I'm trying to say is I too don't know where I came from before ourselves. Isn't that crazy? It's like, whoa. But we chose not to think about it. We chose to ignore the silence. And we are just fascinated at how beautiful chaos is.
Okay, honey, we're almost there. Now, you can open your eyes. Come. So are you surprised?
Yes,
Really?
yes, I am. You did good, sweetie.
I thought you might like it.
Oh, well, I want you to enjoy it too.
Hey, I am enjoying. The air smells good.
Oh, it does.
And I like how the breeze touches my skin.
There's that too.
And you look so beautiful when the sun slightly touches your brow.
Just stop.
No, it's true. Because it makes you squint and look so angry. It's adorable.
All right, enough about me. How are you feeling?
Good.
How's that chest feel?
Fine.
Come on, Troy. Be honest with me.
Oh, all right.
Better?
Sometimes.
Excuse me?
No, I'm kidding. You know I am. Your touch can heal the world.
Silly man. I just want to make sure that you're up for this.
Are you kidding? I told you I want to make some changes. I don't want to be that person who doesn't grow, right?
I don't know. You tell me.
But that's not what I'm trying to say.
I hear you.
I just
I know
I want to grow with you
what
and see this view. I didn't realize what music the wind makes with leaves.
it's softer than you think.
Yes. Like if my breath and body were held still. You don't see it.
No, I don't.
I can change.
I just want you to enjoy and enjoy this time with me. That's all.
Are you nuts?
What?
Well, of course I'm enjoying the time with you. I enjoy you with all my being.
Not better than staying home. You said it yourself. You hate hikes.
And I was wrong, but here we are now.
Yes. It really is lovely. I love how the air tastes and the gravel between my world. And you see those trees over there? Each one of them reminds me of my mother, how she danced and smiled. And look over there. That's where I want to go next. I don't think it would take that long to get up there. And imagine what a beautiful, lovely view we would have of the city from up there. And then we could head back down. Slowly, of course. There's only one way down from now. Because I was not there. I was just simply stuck. And you know what the worst part is? Questioning your worth. I sat there and I didn't want to cry. But I knew from then on, nothing was ever going to be the same. All I kept thinking was, what could I have done? Could I have been different? Am I not supposed to be myself? All crying does is make me feel myself, but I felt way more lost than that. And I had no idea what to do. I could talk, and I still wouldn't know what to do at this point in my life. On how I love, on how I stay true. All I kept thinking was, what would my mother do? And why isn't she here with me anymore? And why do I feel so lost without her? I'm a goddamn adult. And I do know who I love. No one can take that away from me. No one can tell me not to love anymore. Nothing can take that away from me. I would like to think that I get that from my mother. But who knows? She could have been a bitch.
Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Am I lost again? Is everyone still missing? It's not easy to see here. Am I supposed to know this city? I can stand in the middle of the street as long as I want, it seems. But I'm not supposed to be here. You hear me? I am not supposed to be here.
We are about to embark on a traveling journey where humans are discomforted by change. I mean, isn't change just so strange? But we all transcend into nothing. You can't feel it. Or can you? I wonder myself, because, you sure do write a whole lot. And maybe you can see it over the horizon. And instead of seeing demons, it's a warm red that just swallows you whole, and their voices are muted. Watch as we learn.
Why is it so important? Come on, tell me.
What?
Why does it matter to you so much?
Because I feel so accomplished when I'm on these trails. Helena reigned over there. And I just love to keep my heartbeat moving. And I love the hiking gear. I think it's so much fun. And I love how hiking water bottles taste. And I love to be still and just take it all in. You remember?
Yeah, of course. Our first date.
Our first date, indeed.
My damned hand wouldn't stay dry.
You were very cute.
Oh, sure. And the way your hair looked in the night view.
Dashing, wasn't I?
I was very proud of where I picked to eat.
And what a gentleman you were.
Only for you, baby.
Yeah, and then when the waiter said, nothing more for the evening, and then you suddenly checked in. What was that look you gave me?
Admiration.
Because you thought you could slow down my life.
I wasn't thinking like that.
You made me feel like I'd been walking underwater.
I promise I know I was wrong, and I make sure every single day I never forget.
Yes, you are a good man.
I do. I make sure I never forget.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you the truth.
It's enough, Troy. Nothing was ever going to be the same for me. But I built this world with him, and only I could say whether or not I wanted to stay. Yet I kept wondering, why? Who is he talking to so late? He seems to be in such a better mood lately. Sometimes he would surprise me with flowers and a big hug. He would hold me like I was the only one left in the world. Was it guilt? Was it overwhelm? Because I didn't want things to change. I didn't want my heart broken. I could stay laughing with him at the TV. But a wave of change was coming, and I could see it. And I kept questioning and questioning. Why are you out so late? Why do you seem so nervous at nighttime? Is that a flirtatious smile I see? My mother liked you.
Stop it. Please. I don't want to be here anymore. Aren't I allowed a fair trial? What the hell is this? Speak your piece. I'm not worthy to sing anyone's praises, but I loved all my life. Now stop this, please. I know cars will hit me even though the traffic lights won't change. All on at once. And the warmth is fading. I want to go home. This is not what I want. Stop changing everything. You hear me? I mean, children are dying because of robots. Can you hear me? Stop! Bring her back. I wasn't finished yet. She knows I wasn't perfect, but you can't take her away from me. I will do anything to get her back. Hello? Can someone hear me? We loved him like he was both of us, like he came from both of us. And no one will take that love away from him. You hear me? I won't allow it. And if you think that she would.
I marvel how humans invent new ways to destroy themselves, as if it were a racing game. But who are we racing against? We are all made up of light. We can't get any faster. We are literally the definition of fast. Don't be silly. Gets me all worked up sometimes. Like, can't we all just have a little bit of fun once in a while? But we fight so much with ourselves. We do everything we can to stop the inevitable. A change is coming, and it will be stronger every single time. And no one can break for it, pause for it, learn from it. It just simply is. Mothers will suffer just like the earth does. And yet we cry, we laugh, we sing all at once. And that's my hope for everyone. To let the void swallow us whole. So much so that our tears and screams will no longer be audible. And from there, the cities will no longer recognize themselves. Everything breaks at some point, and the fire will burn and burn. Even when you think you've fallen asleep, the fire will continue to live on, longer than you can imagine.
On. Oh, on. I'm tired.
We're almost there.
Yeah, I can see it.
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah, it is.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just I just might need some water.
Of course. Do you want me to get it for you?
No, I got it. Oh, you really can see the stars somehow.
I enjoy this trail so much.
Hmm.
There are some really great reviews of it online.
You went online?
Yeah, you don't believe how much info and how many hikes are all around us. Would have been nice to have gone on hikes as a family.
I called him. He said this weekend wasn't good for him.
I know. I know. He's very busy. I don't take it personally at all.
You shouldn't.
I really don't.
He loves you so much. That's why he made sure we both stood by his side on graduation day.
Of course, I know.
But do you?
It's different when you're up here. You can feel a lot of things go by.
Mistakes can be forgiven.
Honesty can be lost.
Hon, courage can be a difficult thing to find.
Yet so many have tried.
Look, I was a selfish man. I chose to be a father despite my sins, and you stayed with me. Now, please forgive me. We've created a lovely family.
What about my needs, my wants? Where's the hope that I wished for?
Please don't go. We almost made it to the top. Well, where you wanted to see a peak, remember?
Yet my body couldn't stop shaking when I got the news. Did I do something wrong? Wasn't I enough? I kept thinking, is he in a good mood? The way he glowed, the way he smiled at the tiniest joke. But his warmth felt so cold. Couldn't understand it. And that's when it happened. I transcended into nothing because I did not recognize my life anymore. There was nothing I could do anymore. There was no force strong enough to stop what was about to come. My life was pregnant. And her body, her belly, grew and grew. All I did was cry when he told me that he impregnated another woman. I don't wish that on anyone. But, as I said before, no one could take my love away from me. I was never going to let that happen. So after he begged and begged to stay with the child, I decided that our life had to change. Because I could never bear children. Yes, I still loved him very much. Even though when I held the baby, a part of me wanted to crush it. All I could do was love it. The way he pinched my nose, and I knew he wanted to be. Could we be part of this stranger's life just to be parents to a bastard? Do I have the ability to forgive? I had everything I wanted. A person who loves me deeply, and now a family. But reality was lost for me. It all felt so wrong at times. To share this child with another woman. And that's when I look at myself in the mirror and I just feel so lonely. I once had a path. Now I don't even know where to begin.
There you are. Oh,
I'm sorry. You said that I could go on ahead of it. I just wanted to see if I could see the sunset from that angle.
well, did you?
Somewhat.
Is it pretty?
Oh, everything's pretty.
Life is the prettiest thing I hold in my hand.
How so?
You are there.
And
And you're the greatest mother in the world.
don't say that.
Oh, I only meant it by.
No, please.
Hey, come on. Don't do this to yourself.
Excuse me?
Look, I just meant.
How dare you?
I only
How
wanted to.
dare you?
Stop.
Fuck you.
I'm here. God damn it, I'm here. Where is everyone? Stop this now. You hear me? You bring her back. Bring her back. I am not leaving this street until you bring her back. What's wrong with all the traffic lights? They're all burning.
End of play.
Wow. 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 That was amazing. You guys, that was really, really amazing. Get back here. Let's talk about this. We have a lot to unpack on this one. Enrique, Jack, my God, Anne-Marie, AhDream. Oh my God, this is so great. This play was first of all, you guys really killed this. I mean, this was amazing. All around. Oh, of course you know Tucker. Everyone, this is Abriana. Abriana is actually working with us. Abriana is out in Los Angeles. She's 3 hours behind us, but she's she's working with development and research. She's one of our development people, and she's amazing. And I've asked her to join us again so that you don't have to hear me yammering on for our talkbacks, and you might get some intelligent questions. So I'm excited, and I would love to know your thoughts on this, Abriana. You start this off.
Well, it's so nice to meet you all. And thank you so much for sharing your work. Even though I'm, here through Zoom, it's such a treat to get a live performance like this. So thank you. I think something that really stood out to me when I was watching it was how intimate I felt with these characters when maybe I was alone with them or when they were speaking to me. And like that contrast of when they're speaking with each other versus when they're having a private moment, it really draws you into the Zoom, which is very, very impressive. I think, well, I don't know how much of an intelligent question it is, but my first question that I'm really curious to hear about is at what point were the sunglasses decided for God? Was that in the script, or was that something the actors and director figured out together?
Oh,
AhDream?
AhDream.
Yeah, it was not in the script. It was something that we discovered because it was I was like, oh, my actor's playing two people, so we have to distinguish. We have to distinguish, and just being mindful that for the community, yeah, it's like how do you theatricalize something, and how do we make these people as separate as possible, especially when the vocal quality is very similar.
Mhm.
And so good old fashioned, get a prop, make a character choice
Mhm.
and based off Anne-Marie's, like, her offering of how God's facility was, I was like, she seems like a fun, and also Enrique's words, she seemed like a very fun person, giving, like, the Devil Wears Prada, like, but also very whimsical. And I thought the glasses really helped bring that to life.
Yeah, I loved it. I really, when I first read the show, I'll be honest with you. I was a little bit like, all right, how is this going to work? Why is the woman also God, aside from the obvious that of course God is a woman. But what, like, how, like, why is that? Okay, how did that come up? It actually makes more after hearing it and seeing how this all came together, the structure of it. it actually makes a lot of sense to me, or at least I don't know if everyone would feel that way, but I certainly felt that way. Um, I really love this piece because it really it's got so many different layers and levels on it. I mean, so much of it, there is that internal dialogue or monologues with everybody, but as the pieces become revealed, with the whole idea of the voice of God essentially talking about uh, humans and humanity, and how human beings really are and act, and they lean into the chaos. They don't like that is all so fascinating, and I think it lends itself so well. That voice is very important in this piece, I think. When you see the I guess the punishment that is inflicted upon Troy in this case, that he cannot ever go back, and he cannot uh, atone for, which I think is interesting. So, all right, Enrique, tell me what was in your head and how you came to write this piece, and how much of it was through the conversations with AhDream and Anne-Marie and Jack, and tell me about it.
Yeah. So when I got selected with my group, I was thrilled because I know all three of them. And when I had thought about the transcendence approaching, um, I was feeling quite lost actually when I was thinking about writing and trying to tell this story, and also the idea of using two actors. I was just like, I didn't know where to go, and but based on our conversation that kind of we had
Mhm.
in our private meeting, we kind of just talked a lot about. I think if I can, I'm not sure if I can even really remember what we kind of spoke about, but I know we kind of talked a lot about life in general, and like we even talked about like God and religion and all this like information I had in my head. It didn't really lead me anywhere, so I kind of just like let that go. And I think the first thing I did was like, oh, I'm gonna break the rule of using two actors. I'm just gonna have Anne-Marie play two roles because I want to. And once I decided that, and once I decided she was gonna play God, it kind of felt like a roller coaster. Like you climb up a hill, and all of a sudden you find like a big rock that you can just go down a hill and smoothly. And then I just kind of came up with I wanted to kind of tell like a simple story about a couple going through a trial in their life and how they reflect on it and and how do they continue to deal with it.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it works really well. I mean, uh, I love breaking the rules that way. I love breaking the conventions. It could certainly leave some people scratching their heads, but I don't know. There's just something about that voice coming out of this the woman who has been sort of scorned or betrayed in a sense, and not being able to really live with that betrayal. I mean, being very tolerant and trying very hard to be very tolerant, but ultimately it just keeps festering and festering, and and then to sort of hear the voice of God talking, ultimately the different monologues all connect beautifully. And the ultimate end, of the ultimate demise of man, the falling, I guess you could call it, if you're thinking of religious. But I mean, I had so many when I first read it conjured up elements of Greek drama.
Mm.
Certainly, I mean, and yeah, okay. So at one point, Helena is mentioned, and Troy, and it all sort of, I find that also fascinating. And I was thinking a lot about Odysseus and all of that as well. It all sort of played into this. I'm sure that had to be in your head at some point, or at least passing through
A
that,
thousand percent, yeah.
but um, and because it seems like the ultimate torment that Troy is facing. He's just constantly back in this space where the traffic lights are burning and there's no one around, he's all by himself, is like it is a hell for him. And I find that just I loved it. I just thought it was really well done and clever. Um, what about you, AhDream? I mean, I know that, when you took this play over, you first of all, you did an amazing job directing this. You really did. I mean, oh my God. The choices that you made as a director, the choices that you led Jack and Anne-Marie to, I thought were really spot on. And I know that most directors, well, I don't even have to talk about it anymore. We all prefer to do live theater. Okay. I get that. Performing on Zoom is a different animal altogether, but it is something that you have to think about and assume and take on the responsibility. And because you guys did, all of you, but I'm starting with you, Enrique, and of course you, AhDream, this worked so well here. I don't know how well this would work on stage. I mean, I'm sure you could get it. You can definitely find a good way to stage it. But as Abriana pointed out, the fact that you were able to really find an intimacy in those monologues that really made you feel like it was a very personal conversation, and like both of you, Jack, you and you, Amory, that were really talking to us. It just worked so well. How did you do that?
It's interesting. I actually found this play to be really challenging.
Mm-hmm.
First, because Anne-Marie was playing the two roles, and I think my brain kind of went to the stage production of it, and I was like, oh yeah, like on stage this would be easy, but like, yes, how do we distinguish it? And the turnaround was really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And so it took a minute, but then I realized this was a puzzle. And I was like, oh, God is actually the driver. Like she helps us transition from these very intimate moments to these or these coupled moments. And so once I realized that, we actually moved some things around in the script so that it could flow in that way. And then I think I just kind of was like, we have to, as long as they're clear, as long as each point of view is clear and each character is clear, then it'll be fine. And I think that's just is required of every story, whether it's on Zoom or on stage. And I think just kind of staying anchored in that really helped things kind of become more clear. And then lastly, I was just very mindful. I think a benefit of having working with you all and having done the Zoom production is I'm very sensitive to how is it going to be perceived in this dimension. And like, so kind of how do we create the illusion that they're in the same book? Maybe we're not in the same chapter all the time, but at least we're in the same universe. We're in the same world. And so I'm so grateful that my actors were open to play.
Mm-hmm.
And, Jack has this beautiful sage wall, and it's like, great. Can that be the thing? Can that be the background? And then like trying to figure out where he was in this alternate place. At one point we were like playing with him being under covers because I just went to the basics. It's like, how do you make anything theatrical? We have light, we have sound, we have costume. There's so many things. And I think sometimes in Zoom, we can get kind of stuck and it's like, oh, I only have the frame and like, what can I do with the frame? And that's a thing too, but also theater basics. Like, how do we theatricalize what's happening?
Yeah. Oh, you absolutely have it. And again, there are a lot of devices we could try using on Zoom.
Right.
And I try to keep these, or I try to request to keep them as simple as possible for and the live when we're doing the shows in person as well. I want them to remain simple. Why? Because these plays are babies. They're brand new. These are
Yeah.
plays that did not exist a few weeks ago. And this is the first time they're being heard publicly. They're being seen by an audience, which is a very delicate process. It's actually asking a lot for all of the artists involved to be able to put something together like this. But I don't want to complicate it with too many props or
I agree.
costumes, or in the case of Zoom, camera tricks, which now turn it
Right.
more into a film, like cinematic, as opposed to like I want to be able to hear the play
Sure.
and try to understand it. And if you can get people to understand it in a simpler, more basic way, then you've got really great material that if you
Right.
want to add things to it later, you certainly can. And yeah, this play definitely has that. It's really good, and I am just really grateful to you for being so wonderful and collaborating so well with Enrique, and the way the script came together and the way it works, it just has a great sense to it. There may be times that we're not sure where we are, what space are we in, where are we? But that's okay
Yeah.
because the pattern gets established.
Right.
Like to me, that's a key with any, if you're writing a very surrealistic or absurdist play,
Mm-hmm.
you still have to define your terms. You have to define where you are, even if that space is nothingness. You have to define the nothingness so that we all can experience living in the nothingness and empathize. If we're lost, then if you guys are lost and then we're lost and then we all sort of flounder and then it's just a guessing game.
Yeah.
Um,
You got to teach the audience how to understand the play.
yeah, I say that all the time. As art makers, we're lucky because we get to create the world that we share with everyone. And it is not so much an interest to cave into what the audience expects. It's more up to us to say, we're taking you on this journey. You're coming along and, buckle up because who knows where it's going to be kind of an exciting journey. And when you can do that, you're creating something special. So this was great. This was really, really wonderful. AhDream, chime in, please.
I'm pleased. I think everything went off well. I have a great team,
Yep.
and I'm excited for round two. Call a friend. If you like what you saw, tell somebody. We're back in 9 minutes, baby. Round
You
two.
got it. You got it. All right. I want to talk to the actors, but I only have to, this is what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna ask very quickly your impressions, and then I want you to take a break so that when we come back on, we're on the next talk back, we're gonna start with you guys.
Okay.
So Anne-Marie,
Yes.
what was it like to play God?
So no, I love them both, but
Mhm.
I love God especially
Mhm.
because it was just, this is how it is, folks. Like, come on. My favorite was, can't we just have a little fun once in a while? It's like, why are we causing so much trouble amongst ourselves? It's just
Mhm.
enjoy life. You've got life, enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I thought it was wonderful. And it just made sense to me that voice was coming out of your character on that side. I still think it's an impartial voice, but it could not come from Jack's character. If it did, it would have been a very different thing, I think.
Hmm.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's
Oh,
just sort of
okay.
how it felt.
I
How
just
about you? What were you saying?
Troy was so apologetic throughout the whole thing. So
Yeah.
I mean, for it to come from, but then well, I don't know. It would make him have two sides to his coin, I guess.
Well, and the fact that he already did have two sides to his coin because he was showing to be very caring and loving, and then also in this place of darkness and torment. So that is two sides, you
No, of
know,
course.
there's dark sides.
Saying like,
Mm,
I there's got to be a better way for me to say what I was thinking.
yeah. But think about that because we'll talk about it
I,
after. But I want to talk to you, Jack, because I know that Zoom is always a challenge, but you're it doesn't make a difference. You're when you are as gifted a communicator as you are and such a wonderful artist, wonderful performer, it all comes through. We all feel that. What was this like for you?
It was trying to get used to where I was in the dark place, and which took a while. The other thing is though, for me, the idea was they've been together for a long time. This is not the baby. The baby's not 2 years old. The
Hmm.
baby's graduated from high school, and for me, the idea was it's something that is seen to be doing so well for so long is coming apart, which makes it feel, you know, desperate. I'm trying to have a little bravado with her, but I'm desperate that something that's been solid as a rock is getting ready to come apart, and I'm not sure why.
It's an interesting thought, and but the fact of the matter is, I know from experience, we know from experience, couples who have spent a large part of their lives together, have raised a family, have had all kinds of um, uh, triumphs and tragedies within their relationship, that one day they just decide, you know what, I'm done. Had
yep.
enough. And it can be very perplexing, but I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
Yes. So a 40-year-old, say, mother and father are getting divorced. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it several times.
Hmm.
But it also feels like how like you know each other so well, you've put up with so much for all these years. Sometimes there's just a little thing that goes off in your head and you're like, I can't explain it, but I'm done. I can't do it anymore. And that's, I think, what happened. But I think I mean, I get the sense that your whole life, since the time you had this child, you had been trying in some way to uh,
Apologize.
make amends for it, and it just had a delayed fuse on it for Anne Marie's character. That one day just went like, "Let's climb to the top of the mountain. Okay, I'm done. Goodbye." Yeah, it was amazing. I really loved it. Brianna, do you have anything else to say before we sign off? And you guys, I want to thank you. Please sign off, take a break. You've been working really hard. Brianna and I are gonna wrap this thing up, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Amazing work, everyone. Brianna, what did you think? Any final parting words for this show?
Honestly, just super excited to see the next performance, but yeah,
Mhm.
it's just extra fun getting to hear right after the about the process. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Isn't it fun? I love doing it because it really allows us to uh, uh, not only to share the work, but to share how that work is developed. And the intensive that we do is really about the development of the work. And while there is a definite process and there are people that are all very invested and agree in a very positive collaborative sense to get to the point that we saw tonight and like we've seen every night this week,
Yeah.
um, there is still a great sense of um, I said it's miraculous the other night, for lack of a better word, and it is. There is a magic to it that we were able to gather groups, pair them together randomly.
Yeah.
No one knew who they were going to work with. No one knew what they were going to be working on, and they all created this work together. And here we are, a few weeks later, sharing it with all of you. So it's yeah, that's what makes this such a special project, and it's why we've been doing it since 2011, and why we'll hopefully continue to keep doing it for years to come. So thank you for being here, and you're going to join me in a few minutes on Facebook. So
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. And I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight. For again, apologies for the late start. I'm going to hope that we can get a quicker start on Facebook than we have been. But please, if you like what you see, as AhDream mentioned earlier, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell everyone, because we have another show tonight in a few minutes. Then we have tomorrow. Then we have Saturday night. And then, of course, on Sunday, the big extravaganza where we're going to be doing, it's going to be like a 90-minute show that we're going to be doing in front of a live audience that will also be simulcast. And that is all for your enjoyment. And it is free, which is the way art should be. Although we all have to make a living as artists too, but we're happy to share this. It's really exciting. So tomorrow we have, yes, another amazing show. Tomorrow night's play was written by, again, just spectacular artists. Shellen Lubin. Shellen is an actor, a director, a writer. She wrote tomorrow night's play, but she's directing for us as well in this intensive. You'll see her work on Sunday. The play is called The Gatekeeper, and it's another two-hander. And so we have two incredible artists. We have the amazing George Ashiotis. George, who is in many ways a mentor to me. I would not know Theater Breaking Through Barriers or TBTB Theater by the Blind without George. And I've had the pleasure of working with him so many times on stage as well. And another incredible actor, oh my God, David Harrell. David Harrell has worked. He no longer lives in New York, but it's always a treat to be able to work with him because he's down in South Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina. Please correct me on this, David, because sometimes my brain is a sieve. But to have them both together tomorrow night in a Shellen Lubin play called The Gatekeeper, it is like perfect Friday night fare. I hope you will join us 7:30 right here on YouTube, 8:30 on Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, dearest friends, thank you for being a part of our work. Go to our website, tbtb.org. You can see everything that we're up to. And if you really like our work and you care about our mission and what we're trying to do in this world, please become a partner in our art. Click the donate button at the top of the page. It's the end of the year. We're a small nonprofit. We've been around for 46 years. We are doing work that really nobody else is doing, I will say. There are many wonderful causes that you can support. We hope that you will consider us among one of them, and that you will support us and become a partner in art with us. So without any further ado, I'm going to say good night so we can get on to our next show. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we'll see you tomorrow night, 7:30 right here. Thank you all so much. Good night. Okay, folks, we are clear. I'm going to start the other stream. Don't worry.